Welcome to part 2 of LawLIARs Lies, of Genuine Integrity, part 2 of 2. Yeah, this is, I'm exposing a lie, and it's just like going to court, and you go to court with the other party to, you could be in jail for murder or something. You had to prove that something was white, and that's all you had to do, and it's just like, it'd be like going to jail for getting a judgment because you said that this piece of paper here wasn't white. You said to the judge, okay, well look, it's white, judge, have a look at it. And the other party says, no, it's black. And then you say, well, look at it, it's white. And the judge says, no, I'm much more condescending than my LawLIAR buddy there. So, and he says it's black, and you're not a LawLIAR. So, LawLIARs' integrity, the integrity of their lies have more integrity. Yeah, their lies have more integrity apparently. Even when you're telling the truth. Seriously. But anyways, you can see that this paper's white. And before we actually get back, move ahead here, I want you to know, like the last 4.5 minutes of the last video before we actually proceed on, back to the part where you see the red underlined lies, the first 4 lies, Memorandum of Judgment of page 1, where you see the 4 lies underlined in red. We're going to isolate those lies. We're going to get them down to and we're going to number them, like lie number 1 and lie number 2 and lie number 3 and 4. As we can see, lie number 1 and lie number 2 are pretty much, are the exact same lie said twice. So let's get into the lie number 1 and 3 here. It says he says this evidence would have shown that his wife had told the banker she was thinking of separating. And then it's reiterated again here in line number 3. It says, according to Mr. Achtem, this evidence would have shown his wife had told the banker she was thinking of separating. Those two are an outright lie. Right, the whole sentences are outright lies, because this is not as what is according to Mr. Achtem, according to what I inform the appeals court judges in the appeal material. It does not say that, and that is not according to me, Mr. Achtem. Line number 1 is he says this evidence would have shown his wife had told the banker she was thinking of separating. Would have shown that she was thinking of separating. It would have shown that she was separating, and she didn't deny it, like in line number 2. It says, and she denied the statement. My ex-wife did not deny the statement. And that had nothing to do with the trial at all. Like, I don't know what they're saying there, but anyways, it's a lie. Lie number 1, lie number 2, and lie number 3. And lie number 4, we all know that's a lie. Documents adduced at trial. Documents could not be adduced at trial because according to the rule of adducing evidence. According to Alberta Rule Court 158.5, subsection 1E, those documents that my ex-wife brought into trial could not be adduced only 7 days before trial, as it states in the Canada Evidence Act. So now I'm going to show you what they're saying is according to Mr. Achtem, that this evidence would have shown that his wife had told the banker she was thinking of separating. No, I don't know where they got that from, but it doesn't say it the factums. But what I'm going to show you is it says something totally different. So let's get into the factums. And what I'm going to show you is contrary to these lies here, lie number 1, 2, and 3. What I'm going to show you is from my factum of the bottom half of page 4 and the bottom half of page 5, and what I read to you is contrary to the fact that what you see here is a lie. Bottom half of page 4. Let's read it. Between the time the Achtem sold their Redcliffe home and before the mortgage approval for their Redcliffe home, Kim Smithman of ATB Financial, the loans officer in charge of the mortgage approval, she called Mr. Achtem because she was concerned about the mortgage application, and she had left. She had asked if Mr. Achtem, if we, the Achtem, separating. Kim Smithman also said that mortgage companies are skeptical about approving couples' mortgages applications that are in the midst of separation. This was of a shock to Mr. Achtem, so Mr. Achtem said no, and that was the first he had ever heard of it. Then Mr. Achtem said he would have a talk with Mrs. Achtem, and we'll get back to her soon. Mr. Achtem proceeded to call Mrs. Achtem at work, and Mrs. Achtem explained that Kim from ATB called and what she called about. Then Mrs. Achtem explains to Mr. Achtem that she called ATB some time ago to inquire about taking over the mortgage and buying me out because we were fighting at the time. Then we discussed that we now need to convince ATB that we are not separating. So we did somehow convince ATB that we were not separating, and they did accept our mortgage application, and we did move to Redcliffe on October 10th. 2002. During our mortgage approval period, I did ask Kim from ATB of how she know about the Achtem's know about Mrs. Achtem calling the branch and saying that we, the Achtems, were separating, and if I could get a record of it. She said she read it in the ATB's internal documents, and the only way possible to get copies of them is by way of court order. Then now, if we look at the bottom of page 5 of the Factum, it says right there, underlined in yellow, it says right there, no, we are not separating. So what that means on the bottom of page 4 and page 5 of the Factum, that means that we called the bank 9 months before our separation date, because before our separation date we moved. We moved from Calgary to Redcliffe, which is just outside Medicine Hat. We called the bank, did a mortgage application, and she called us back and she says, "Oh, we're skeptical about are you separating?" And the thing is, it was the first I ever heard of it. But I did call my ex-wife, Rhonda Sales. I said, "You know, what's this?" She goes, "Oh." So she called the banker pretty much like behind my back, and I didn't know about it. Like 9 months before separation, because sometimes couples fight on and off, and so this was like 9 months before our actual separation date, where she called the bank, months before. It could have been a year before, where she said that I want to take over the mortgage of the house from Mr. Achtem because we're separating. And she did not deny saying that to me. She did not deny it. So I don't know where these judges found something where Miss Achtem denied a statement. But according to me, she did not deny any statement at all. She admitted to me. She admitted to the banker that she said that earlier, that we're separating. And we had to actually convince, because at the time we were not separating. We were fighting, and she was thinking of separating. She called the banker, and we actually do separate like 9 months later. But the thing is, what happened 9 months prior, her denying a statement has nothing to do with it. But the bottom line is, it's an outright lie. I want Alison Redford to get to the bottom of these lies, the pack of lies that's on my appeal by judges Carol Conrad, Peter Martin, Alexander Park. I want them to explain these lies, where they actually came up with lie number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put a reason behind it. Show me where they found something was according to Mr. Achtem, such as lie number 1 and 3 that you see here. I want those judges to show me where they found that in the appeal books. And then I want, just like lie number 2, I want those judges to show me in the appeal books where it says that Mrs. Sales denied a statement. Well, back when she used to be Mrs. Achtem. I want to be shown. I want you to prove this as not being a lie, because I have proven it to be a lie here. Want to see lie number 4? I got a link right up there. Just click on that link. You'll see the ambush video. Before I get into lie number 5 and 6, that's going to be the real kicker, because because we know from what I've just showed you that they didn't read the appeal material. And that's what lie number, the next lie is, lie number 5. It says, we have read the material. They did not read it. That's the biggest joke that there is. Please click down here, right there, to go to part 3 of